So hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss our Leetcode problem of the day. Basically it's a very much easy problem, means it's one of the easiest problem I have encountered in Leetcode. So now let's discuss about the problem. Basically the problem name is what? Make two arrays equal by reversing subarrays. Problem only states that we have to make the two arrays equal by reversing the equivalent subarrays. Basically we have been given two integer arrays of equal lengths. Okay, the target and the array ARR. Okay, in one step you can select any non-empty subarray. Means you have to select a subarray containing the elements of ARR and reverse it. You are allowed to make any number of steps. Means any number of times you can reverse the elements. Return true if you can make array equal to target or false otherwise. Okay, basically now let's discuss. This is our target. Okay, this is our target array 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and this is basically your ARR. ARR is what? 2, 4, 1 and 3. Okay, so basically we have been given two arrays over here. Okay, so we have to convert it into, means we have to perform some operations like reversing the array. Okay, we have to reverse the array so that we can and make the two arrays equal over here. So we have to perform operations in the array called ARR. In this ARR, we have to perform the operations. So now let's see. Basically, it's given 2, 4, 1, 3. So you have to select subarrays, non-empty subarray, means subarray containing elements. So for example, we have choose this 2, 4, 1. This 2, 4, 1 we have choose and reversed it and just reverse it. So basically, your new array will be what? 1, 4, 2, 3. Okay. Then we select, let's select 4, 2. So our new subarray will be 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay. Now let's select this 4, 3. It will become 1, 2, 3, 4 now. So basically this 1, 2, 3, 4 is equals to the what? Target array. Okay. So means we have got our both the arrays equal over here. So we'll return what? True over here. But in such case, in this 379 and 3711, okay, in this 379 target array and the ARR is 3, 7 and 11. In this such cases what you will do? Okay, means how we will solve the problem statement, means as you know that if we perform reverse operation, but then also the elements are not only equal because this 9 and 11 and are not equal over here. So means we will return false, means even after performing many reverse operation we cannot make this arrays equal over here because the elements are not only equal. In this case, yes, in this case, the 1, 2, 3, 4, the subarray called 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 3. As you are able to see that that means we have all the elements same over here. New next array is what? 2, 4, 1 and 3. As you are able to see that this 2, 2 is equal, 4, 4 is equal, 3, 3 is also equal and 1, 1 is also equal. Means elements are all the elements are equal, so you can perform any number of operations in it to make it equal. But what if the elements are not equal? In such case what you will do? So you will use counter over here. Basically in Python a counter function is there, means inbuilt operation is there, so it counts the element and its occurrence, means its frequency. For example, it's you are given an array 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2, 9, 6. Okay, this is the basically the array given into you over here. And if you apply counter, and this is what? This is ARR. For example, well, the given array is what? This is ARR. ARR equals to this array. So if we do counter of ARR, so basically if you do counter of ARR, what you will get? You will get the occurrence of first element is what? The counter what means what is the performance of the counter? Let me explain that. First of all, the counter sorts the array. First of all, it sorts the array. Okay. First of all, it sorts the array that first come ones, then two, 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 then three, one we have completed, two, two, two we have completed, then three also, then four, and then six, and then 9 over here. Means we have completed all. First of all, it sorts the array counter. Means I am explaining the functioning of the counter function over here. Let me erase it and write it in the adjacent over here. 9. Yeah, it's perfect over here. So basically, first, this is the first step in the counter variable. Okay, this is step number one. Then step number two, it count the frequency. One is present only one time. Two is present three times. Three is present one time. Four is present one time. Four is present what? One time. Then six is also present one time. Sorry, six is present one time over here, and basically nine is also present one time. So basically, the it is only a two-step process over here, and the counter variable returns us the frequency over here. This basic frequency one present one time, two present three times, three present one time, four present one time, and then six present one time, and then basically nine present one time. Okay, it returns us this kind of array over here, the counter variable. Okay, so basically in such case you will use the counter variable, means it will count the occurrences over here. Okay, and means then we will check the counter of target and counter of ARR. So basically in this case over here, the target is what? 1 2 3 4, and the ARR is what? 2 4 1 3. Okay, the basically counter taking counter of both the uh, arrays. Okay, taking counter of both the arrays. Okay, so basically what it will give us: one present one time, two present one time, three present one time, and four present one time. Both will give this only. So we will check that the counter of target and the counter of ARR are equal. If they are equal, then means we have got the answer as true over here. Okay, else we will return false. So only this was the basic approach over here to check the elements. You can use sorting also here, but this counter process will give us a O of n time complexity. You can use sorting also over here. You can use sorting also over here, but it will give what? N log n time complexity. But this counter gives us only O of n time complexity and O of n space complexity. Okay, so this was basically the Python approach. Okay, this was basically the Python approach over here. Now let's discuss the C++ one. Let's discuss the C++one, means how you will solve the problem with the help of this means in the C++, how we'll solve the problem. So basically we are going to use unordered map over here. We are going to use unordered map over here. In what? In C++. In C++, we are going to use this unordered map. So basically means this is a standard library to count occurrence of element. Unordered map, and counter both are equal, means both functions are what? Equal in. Okay, so basically both functions like equally only, both count the elements and the frequency and sort them basically. So this was the full explanation for the this question. Okay, now let's try to understand it by the code over here. Okay, Yes, so basically now let's try to solve it by, first of all, we will solve this by Python over here. Okay. Then we will go on to C++ code also. I will explain both the codes. Okay. So don't worry. So now let's begin. What we are going to use, we are going to use counter over here, basically. So now let's make it as target frequency over here. What target frequency is basically the target over counter of target. Okay, then ARR frequency equals to what? ARR frequency is what? Counter of what? Counter of ARR. Okay, so we have done the both the counters over here. So basically, if the array is given, then basically it checks what one is present. Basically, if a target is given, target is given 2, 7, 11. Okay, and ARR is given. Let me make it more moderate. 2, 2, yeah, 7, 11. Okay, and it is given 2, 7, 2, 9. Okay, basically it's given here. So target frequency will be what? Target frequency will be so basically the target frequency over here is what? 2 is present and 2 times. It will sort it. 2 is present 2 times. Basically then 7 is present 1 time. Then what? Then 11 is present 1 time. Okay, this was basically the frequency of the target. And then basically it will check for another one. 2 is present 2 times. Okay, then 7 is present 1 times. Okay, and then 9 is present 1 time. Okay, so basically these frequencies we have got over it for that both target and ARR. So then we will check if if the target frequency if the target frequency equals to what? Not ARR frequency. If it is equal over here, if both are equal, okay, then return true. Then return true. Else if they are not equal, else return false. Okay. So now let's try to submit it. First of all, we will run it. It must pass all the test cases. Yeah, it's giving true. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, our code is being accepted over here. So it's giving runtime as 76 ms. So now let's try to solve the code by C++ approach over here. Okay. So basically, let's try to solve it by C++. My battery is only 7% over here. So now let's complete it fast over here. First of all, we will create what? We will create an unordered map over here. We will just create an unordered map. So now let's begin. Unordered map. And the unordered map will be containing what? Only integer values. Both the target and ARR are containing what? Integer values. Okay, so basically target frequency, comma, ARR frequency. Okay, we have initialized it. The target frequency and the array frequency, ARR frequency, we can say. Then we will run a for loop for num. Okay, for int num till target over here. Okay, so basically we have initialized the for loop over here for each num in the target element. Okay, so basically the target frequency say of num, target frequency of num, and we will go on incrementing it. Okay, target frequency of num. Basically the unordered map over here perform the same function as the as the counter variable over here. Okay, let's copy it and paste it forward. Okay, yes, basically it's same in term. Let's make it in it's ARR over here. Okay, and this is what ARR frequency of num incrementing it. Okay, and then at last we will return what target frequency. See, equals to what? Equals to ARR frequency. Okay. Means we have returned the target frequency equals to ARR frequency. Means if both are equal, then it will return true or else it will return false. Let's try to run it. Yeah, it's giving some compile time error. Target frequency of num incremented. TARGET. Oh, sorry. Basically, I performed. Okay, now it's better. Let's try to run it. Yeah, it's giving correct output. Now let's try to submit it. It must pass all the test cases. Yeah, it's being accepted over there. So basically, friends, this was the approach for the simple approach for both the C++ and Python over there. And the time complexity for it is O of n, and the space complexity is also O of n. Okay. So thank you guys. If you have any of the doubt, you can ask me in the comment section.